feel like looking back, I mean, am I assuming it's, well, has anyone seen, who's seen Sonic?
I have.
Or is it just me? Okay. So you've seen Sonic, I have seen Sonic, so I'm assuming we're doing a Sonic review?
Yeah, quick one.
I should leave for that.
No, you don't really have to. If you don't want to do that now, we can do that at the very end.
I mean, we'll probably do a spoiler-free review. We'll just probably say how we felt about the movie.
Yeah. And then we could do a full-on review later.
I mean, we'll probably do just you and I for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Unless I can speak about that one.
Mainly me, you, and Cecily. Are you going to see Galactic?
I could see it tonight.
Okay, let me know if you go see it. So we can do a full-on review like the usual. But welcome to the podcast, everybody. We got literally distracted with everything that's not, the podcast-related stuff. How are you guys today? It's been a while.
It's been too long.
Yes, I know. And yes, I am still...
Be more consistent.
I know, right? We got to start being more consistent. Like the last time I offered the podcast for Wresttamania, and no one showed up.
Oof. Big
oof.
Said I would do it, but I didn't see no messages, so...
Bruh.
Yeah, I wasn't even available.
Yo, Darkwave.
I said I can, and then I ain't getting no text messages, no nothing, so I figured people just...
Did you check this
wait for it. I didn't see you say hop on or nothing.
I did. I definitely did, and no one hopped on. And I was like, all right, fuck it. But, welcome, everybody, to being forgiven and forgetting. Today's podcast is brought to you by slapping a person like you're Will Smith. If you have a person you want to slap in real life like you're Will Smith, do so now.
Ooh.
Now, as you do so, I'm going to call you a bitch, because that is still a bitch move.
Yeah, it's fucking... Okay, since we're talking about Will, we're already talking. I know everybody's tired of hearing about it.
Oh yeah, everybody.
But he got banned. You guys saw that? He got banned for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like, the fact that he got banned, I was kind of like, he didn't
it was just...
Well,
they let him get the award at least.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, everyone should have saw that he's going to... everyone said, no matter whether you agree with Will or don't agree with Will, everyone should have seen that he's going to get the blunt of the backlash and the blunt of the penalty, because in today's world, violence is not the answer. So, and since that too, and since people are already complaining that people can't tell a joke in real life as it is. That just made it even more apparent, it's like, so, Will Smith is, whether you agree with what he did or not, he was automatically going to pay more of the penalty than Chris Rock.
I simply just don't understand how you can defend we don't like Chris Rock either, because he's just, anyway.
Wait,
just, no, if you look into stuff Chris Rock has said about the black community, and he's let some things happen that, as a black man, is questionable, but I could talk about that later.
Yeah,
my thing is, how did you sit there and why are you defending someone who doesn't defend you, Will? Not only has she publicly said if Tupac were alive, she would not be with you. She just disrespects you at every chance she gets, and I don't understand why you would defend that.
Yeah,
but that's just me.
That's just you, and basic common sense. But we lack basic common sense here on the podcast.
Oh yeah, we're all idiots.
Yeah, but we're also all not rich. But that's whatever. Moving on from that one. Legit though, I genuinely did not agree with what he did in any way, shape, or form. I still think it was a bitch move.
Yeah, it could have been handled way better.
Yeah. Pretty much the next, moving on from that, because, we could talk about that for hours and days and years. But at the end of the day, nothing's going to happen. And we're just going to be like, yeah, this shit was dumb.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
What was the next thing I wanted to talk about? Hey, the Sonic movie. I know only two of us have seen it, but Mr. Darkwave, if you was to rate the second one, how would you rate it?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. And what was your rating for the first one, if I can recall?
Like 7?
Oh damn, yeah. You said depending on what to do with the sequel.
Yep.
And what do you feel about the ending credits?
So far, we're in the right direction based on what they said. So.
And what they showed at the very end, did you care? Because I was like, I gotta get Darkwave's slight opinion.
I've said this multiple times. If it's handled the proper way, I'm fine.
Okay.
If not, then I will call them out as I always do.
Pretty much. Okay. As long as I was like, all right. Because for me personally, I was like,
I mean, listen. I'll just say, as long as it's handled properly, and they care about storytelling.
Yeah,
I'm fine. I don't know now. Then this isn't really a spoiler to the movie, but Jim Carrey might be retiring, so we don't know how that's going to go.
Yeah, I've heard.
We don't know how a Sonic movie or a Sonic World without Robotnik is going to be, but I don't know.
Well, from what I understand about that is he's basically saying unless the script is really good for whatever movie, he's not coming back.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it was rare because this is like his third sequel he's ever done in his entire career. So that's saying something within itself.
Wow, that's right. Ace Ventura only has one sequel.
Yeah,
Ace Ventura
only did two. He's only done. This is his third sequel. I mean, I think Jim Carrey will come back as long as the vision of the movie stays intact. I think he will continue to do it. As long as they continue to evolve I think it's more so his character. Like if they continue to evolve Robotnik and they evolve Eggman or whatever you want to call him, I think Jim Carrey will come back. But if he decides not to for whatever reason, having a Sonic movie without Jim Carrey, or without Robotnik, will be a tall task.
Yeah. The only way I could see them doing is maybe. I haven't seen the movie, but I'm saying maybe if they made fucking Shadow the main focus of the movie or whatever, or they did Silver or something. Something with Robotnik.
Well, the thing is, they could do so. This isn't sports, but they could do for example, Silver storyline, right?
Yeah.
They could do that because it really doesn't revolve around Robotnik. Shadow's not a villain, so you can't really have him be the de facto villain because he's not a villain. Yeah. Never has been and never is. Right. Really. So now, Metal Sonic is a thing that can be done without Robotnik because Metal Sonic has a conscience kind of thing.
Yeah, he hates
sometimes.
Sonic.
Yeah, so that can happen, but it'd still be tough because even in Shadow's storylines from Sonic Adventure 2, Robotnik had his hands fiddling in it. He wasn't the main villain, but he kind of. Robotnik always has his hands in the. Even if he's not the main focal villain of the game, he always has his hands in it. Yeah. And drives that plot point. So without him being in the movies, they'll have to try, do a lot for me to. Well, not really for me, just in general, having another villain to carry that on. Because, like I said, Shadow is not a villain.
Yeah.
Right. So you can't use him. You can do Silver storyline. You can even do Sonic 06's storyline, kind of, after, whatever happens. But, again, it'll be rough.
Yeah, I get you. But I also will give it an 8 out of 10. I'm going to have to say it is the best movie game of all time. Game, movie, whatever.
Do you think it tops the first one?
Oh yeah, easily.
easily,
close.
but there's certain parts that I would still take out of this movie. But we will have the discussion when you see the movie, and then I say let's do the Sonic review, because I don't want to fucking spoil it for you. And then right. So what was that next subject? Did you guys hear that Sony's buying Konami?
I hope the fuck not.
Why?
I'd rather than buy Capcom.
I know. We all would rather they buy Capcom. But think about it like this. You're gonna get good Konami games again.
I mean, does Capcom really need to be bought? They've done good work.
Yeah, see, but like, Capcom has a lot of buried franchises that I think Sony would be like, yeah, we need that right.
So does Square Enix, I mean
the only franchise I think that Sony probably will bring to limelight is Mega Man.
Yeah.
And even then, that's a stretch. Capcom's in this Resident Evil phase right now, so
exclusive Resident Evil would be a big deal.
I mean, realistically, dude, I feel as though that Konami is one of the right choices to make, because, like put it like this: Konami's franchises are also, some of them are more iconic, some of them are equally as iconic. As a Capcom franchise. And what is the last game that you can honestly say that Konami has made that is actively good and you would play right now? Besides Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's a tall tale for me because I just don't even play Konami games.
Thank you.
So,
yes, Metal Gear Solid 5 is the last good game they made, and they didn't even make it. Kojima did.
Let's be real though. Just because Sony buys Konami doesn't mean it's gonna be good games.
Oh yeah, no. Let me rephrase that. We can at least attempt to make good games. You know what I mean? Because I would like to play a Metal Gear, a good one, not Survive. I would like to play fucking. First of all, if they make another Metal Gear game and they say open world, instantaneously not going to buy that.
Fucking, did you hear about the supposed, separate but related, but supposed fact that Microsoft is buying up all the chips right now?
Chips?
So, to make it so that there's more Xboxes than PlayStations.
That's fine. That doesn't affect. It's going to affect a lot of people. And
no, I mean, they already had to win. Let's face it, they're selling their console in stores and PlayStation's still sitting on their ass. So
yeah, they're winning in that aspect. But in terms of like the player base and stuff, I'm still saying PlayStation's still kind of in the league of its own.
I mean, PlayStation will always have. Xbox right now is in forgive us mode for Xbox One.
Yeah.
So, but the thing, I think I've said this before to you guys. I mean, Xbox has done everything right this console gen. The only thing they're lacking is exclusives. They've done everything right. Game Pass is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
The marketing has been good. They've made the consoles being able to, walk into a fucking store and buy it like a human being.
Oh yeah, we have some in our GameStop right now.
Yeah, and I mean anywhere, it's Target, Walmart, it doesn't matter. So they have done. Phil Spencer has done everything right in terms of this console, gen.
Yeah, he did.
If they had more exclusives, PlayStation will be shitting on itself right now. Because Game Pass, the fact that Sony already said their exclusives won't be on their little Game Pass program day one, that is already a failure.
Wait, what?
Not only a complete fail.
They're not going to be there day one, and that's also why the only reason I'm not like pissed about their thing is because it's an optional thing. Like, it's not like Game Pass where you kind of need Game Pass is the only thing on Xbox.
Yeah.
So, like, you kind of need to buy Game Pass.
Oh,
we don't need to buy Game Pass, but
literally, if you have an Xbox and you don't have Game Pass, something is wrong with you.
You can have the Xbox Live and not have Game Pass.
Trust me, no. Well, you need Game Pass.
It's optional. But it's worth. It's the Xbox. Game Pass is actually worth it.
Yeah, Game Pass is 100% worth it. If PlayStation does what they do
right now,
yeah, with their price plans and their modeling that they said that it was, I'm like, in order for me to play PlayStation 1 games, I have to get the most expensive one. And I was like, okay, I'm willing to do that, but you better give me the games I want. I better not be like, oh snap, I can't play Vagrant Story. Oh nah. If they go, oh, Final Fantasy 7, I want to be like, I already had Final Fantasy 7 on my PlayStation.
But this is the problem with PS1 games.
Yeah.
Being the good person that I am, I'm going to tell you about the exploit for PlayStation.
What?
So PlayStation Now will convert into the top tier.
Oh.
So a lot of people are hoarding PlayStation Now subscription. Ooh. Because for $60 you're getting the platinum tier of the Sony one, versus paying the double price that it would be, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And like when it finally does convert. So there's people that are spending like getting a bunch of packs of the PlayStation Now stuff, and then they have like 5 years worth of the PlayStation Premium tech because of that. So that's just a thought.
The thing is, the problem with the PS1 game situation.
Yeah.
Most of them have already remade. Why the fuck would I want to play them on a lower? Like, why would I want to play it in less quality? Like, why would I play Final Fantasy 7 PS1?
Yeah, thank you.
When I can play an enhanced version of the same game, or just play the Final Fantasy 7 remake.
I refuse to replay the remake. But yeah,
why would I play Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
When I have Crash Bandicoot remade, it's
for me.
Yeah,
no. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
So the only way the PS1 thing for me would be successful is if you get the games that are like really obscure, and I mean like really obscure. We're talking about games like Wild 9. We're talking about games like Bushido Blade 1 and 2. We're talking about those type of games. Like if you give me Crash, Warped, Spyro, like no.
Yeah, so it's gonna fail immediately if they go, hey, here's Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, here's Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here's literal games that you can play on your updated consoles for, a fraction of our subscription price. And I'm going to be like, how about, Chrono Trigger? How about Vagrant Story? How about all these other games that I'd rather play? And, because I got Parasite Eve 1 and 2 on my PlayStation 3. I got these games.
I think Sony is going to revise the subscription. They kind of have to. They're in a position where they're going to revise it just a little bit. So I think when June comes, we're gonna have some options, but like at the same time, like I'm kind of against this whole thing with these subscriptions now, because I can kind of see like an issue, right? So because I've had Game Pass for a while, I'm just in a position where I'm like, so I'm paying $15 a month to not play any of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like I think these subscription things are cool now. But eventually, it's like not going to be viable. Or I think it's going to be viable, but for people that can't, like how I used to be, can't afford my games, I'd have to wait till Christmas to buy games. Like for people like that, I think it's really worth it. But like for someone like how I am now, and I buy everything I know I'm gonna play, it's just like, oh shit.
The Game Pass for me, I'm not gonna lie, if I was to tell you I take advantage of the Game Pass, I'd be lying horribly to you.
I don't. I know for a fact I don't. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I do. Like, that's why I stopped paying for this shit, because I was like, alright, this is clearly not worth... It's not worth my money. It's just like, I'm not using this shit. That's a waste of money for me. So... I can...
I 100% agree with you. That's why I'm like, if I'm gonna pay for Sony's drink, y'all better put some shit on there so I can make some Defeationist episodes, because if I go on that shit, and they go Mega Man X4, I'm gonna be like, you are the most retarded group of people I have ever seen in my life. Like, nobody can play a Mega Man game right now with the 3 sets of collections that they have right now. You can't pay less
Put
than
Legends on there.
You said what?
They'll be Mega Man Legends.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know why?
Honestly, that'll probably be a game they advertise. That'll probably be their marketing tool. Hey, look, Mega Man Legends, and I'm like, that's still not worth $15 fucking.
And Sony's is not even 15. I was like, yo, you're expensive from the leaks.
I would put it like this: there's one major thing I think that needs to happen upon day one. Every third-party game, cross-platform game, that's already been announced as coming to Game Pass, has to come to that PlayStation service.
Pretty much.
So that's a good point too.
Yeah.
If it does not, I don't give a shit. Yeah. Meaning every game, what was it? What game show was that when Xbox, when they were just saying, yeah, this is coming to Game Pass, that's coming to Game Pass, this is coming to Game Pass. Anything that's not exclusive to Xbox, any of those third-party fucking games that's coming across all the platforms, if PlayStation does not say those are also coming to our service, it is a fucking failure out of the gate. Done. Because what are we doing here? I use Game Pass as more of a way for me to say, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna like this game, so I'm not gonna waste $60 on it. So just use it on Game Pass. And if it so happens to be good, then great. If it sucks, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, pretty much. It's wasted your time, but that's literally it.
Outriders, fucking, not saying Outriders was bad, but let's face it, you play it, you beat it, and the end game was so bad, you're happy you didn't spend $60 fucking on it.
Oh, nah, so, I made that mistake like a moron.
I mean, but that's only if you, that's if you're buying on, I did that because I was not sure, because these loot shooter games, we already know how I feel about those.
We're going to talk about that in a moment.
But yeah, the model, the business model for PlayStation games, this PlayStation Now or PlayStation whatever you want to call it, PlayStation Game Pass shit, it has to be every game that's been announced, AAA title, cross-platform game that's been announced for Game Pass is also coming to PlayStation Plus Premium. If not, what are we doing?
Ah, damn.
I think. Now, Sony kind of shot themselves by saying that they're not coming to day one, and it makes sense that they're not coming to day one for PlayStation. They can't really do that. However, they should have let us know how it's going to work. Like, I feel like personally in the future, Sony's going to be like, oh yeah, there's going to be exclusives on there. It's just not going to be, the brand new came out.
I mean, they'll have the exclusives on them.
Yeah.
It's just the exclusives, they won't. So, like, Halo, it launched on Game Pass the day that it was released. PlayStation may make it where it's like 2 or 3 months later, but I mean, by that point, you don't buy the fucking game at that point.
Like, I'd rather just buy
especially if it's stuff you want.
Like God of War, right? Like God of War. Like, dude, God of War has to come out day one, and their shit, other than that, they're gonna look dumb.
I don't think that's gonna happen. We know for a fact that's
it's not. But what he's saying is, if God of War comes out 3 months later, no one's gonna give a shit because by that point, if you wanted to play God of War, you've played God of War.
Yeah,
now one's gonna be on the fence for God of War.
Yeah.
Now I'm not really a giant God of War fan.
Me neither.
But so I probably so for me, if I didn't even watch the most recent one. So for me, it'd be like, all right, if I see it, 3 months later, for me, it'd be, oh, look at this God of War, I guess I'll download it, right?
Yeah.
If I had the service. But for the most part, if you really wanted to play God of War, which most people are, you're not waiting until the PlayStation Plus, barring financial situations, you're not going to wait 3-4 months or 2-3-4 months to play the game. You're just going to buy the game day one and be done with it. So that's why, you can, in some ways, Sony may not can afford to put all their exclusives on the Game Pass like Microsoft can, which is a viable, a valid reason. But you can't wait 2, 3, 4 months because by that point, no one's going to give a shit. Because if they wanted to play your game, best believe they're playing your game already. So they have a lot of work to do.
So it makes it look dumb. If they go, yeah, man, we're gonna gonna do this, and you're like, dog, I've already played your game. No one cares. The game was a flash in the pan. Like, imagine if they did that with Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2 is already a one-hitter quitter game that people just played one time and call it a day. No one brags about Last of Us anymore. Imagine, like, if they're like, oh, Last of Us is now in this Game Pass thing. People are gonna be like, okay.
Pretty much.
You're gonna look real dumb. You're gonna look real dumb if you put your game on this console, on this little pass thing, and it's a little late now. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like, yo, look real stupid. I just don't want Sony to look real stupid. Again, I don't care because Nintendo, at the end of the day, they're fine. You know, at the end of this, Nintendo's fine. But
Nintendo.
Yeah, you know I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I'm more of a Nintendo fan than
Nintendo. And Nintendo's Nintendo, man.
They're not in this war. They literally don't care. We've had this conversation
because Nintendo isn't perfect, but they have less disappointment. Like, granted, it'd be nice if they lowered the fucking prices from time to time for that fucking game.
Yeah.
But for the most part, Nintendo, they have less disappointments. I mean, outside Breath of the Wild, probably like that, is one of their delayed blemishes. But when Nintendo announces the game, you can expect to have that game within the first or the next 6 months. That they showed it, and I critically, I talk about not seeing Bayonetta. But to be honest with you, I'm happy I didn't see Bayonetta, because if I had seen Bayonetta, and it didn't come out for another 3 years, I'd been pissed. So as far as gameplay and all that.
I get you.
These other games come, they'll show cinematics, they'll show cutscenes, they'll show gameplay, and then it's at 2023.
Dude,
what the fuck is that?
Remember when Elden Ring was first showed, and it didn't show shit? They just showed like parts of the trailer, then they showed gameplay, and then it came out. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. Then when I finally got Elden Ring, I beat the shit out of it. Jesus.
Well, Elden Ring, the thing with Elden Ring is they only showed you like the cinematic of Millennia, and you didn't hear shit else from the game.
Oh yeah.
But I'm fine. This is the thing. I'm fine with minor cinematics, kind of like this advertising. When they showed this game, like 2020, 2021?
Yeah.
Whenever they showed this game. And then it said, what, 2 years, or it said, I think they showed it in 2020 maybe?
Yeah, they showed it in 2020. They said, and then I forgot what it said at the end of the trailer. Showed no release dates or nothing.
Then it just said Elder Ring, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And to me, I can accept that. Because Bayonetta did the same thing. You didn't hear shit on Bayonetta.
Yeah.
And then you didn't even see much of Elden Ring. You saw Millennia, and that's about it. And fucking dialogue.
Yeah.
And then just Elden Ring. No release date, nothing. That's fine because you'll forget about it. You know that's from software doing something, but you'll forget. You're not getting these elaborate cutscenes, and then they'll tell you all this stuff. 20 minutes, 15 minute fucking trailer, and then it says 2026 at the fucking top. What the fuck am I gonna get about 5 years? You'll be dead in 5 years. Like, don't show me that shit. That's what these companies do, you know?
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't do that though. Nintendo, they'll announce outside Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
They will show. And it really didn't even show much of Breath of the Wild, really.
They literally only.
They said 2022, but it got they said something about 2022, but I mean.
Yeah, literally.
Whatever.
What Nintendo does is they literally said, "Well, we were gonna come out with the game, but we got delayed." Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
Like they will let you know a game's been delayed, or they'll let you know what's going on. They still need to fix their online infrastructure, but I have no problems with Nintendo. Yeah. Hell, their Kirby game that just released is fire, but
like you can't hate Nintendo because again, despite their their policies and their network and all that, Nintendo, they don't give you disappointments. You see a game. When you see gameplay for a game, you'll have that game within 6 to 9 months.
Yeah,
easy. Yeah. Bayonetta, you saw gameplay. What was 7 months down the line? Great. You getting fucking Xenoblade? The first time you see it, you getting in the same fucking year for now.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I
Nintendo
want.
gives demos. They sometimes like, oh yeah, no, Nintendo's on the eShop right now. Go ahead, go play it.
You know what though?
Yeah.
I got two things. One. Why the fuck did we stop getting demos?
Nintendo still does demos.
No, we get demos. It's just that PlayStation 5 is like a pain in the ass to fucking find them.
Bruh.
There's no section for demos. You have to like type in the game and hope it says demo.
Like, that's the thing. Demos need to, like, I remember back in the day, these shits were prominent. You could have, every game had a fucking demo. Every game had
and it had a section called demos, and then they got rid of it. And I'm like,
But a lot of games, if you look at a lot of games, not a lot of them, but some games you wouldn't think they actually have demos, is that you never know it because there's no section for demos.
And I feel like a lot of them are locked behind pre-order as well.
that too.
Yeah, they are. That's how they get you. You know, pre-order this game to try out a demo, or this, that, and the other. But again, there be games that have demos, but because there's no demo section, you have to type in the game randomly one day if you're bored, and if it says demo, like, oh, look at this, it has a demo. I didn't know this because there's no fucking demo section.
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 with a demo section.
It did.
Not
anymore.
Like half these games wouldn't be like, if they had demos, it wouldn't get away with the half the shit. Like Anthem, if Anthem had a demo, before,
it did. That's the reason it's funnier.
You had to pre-order to play that shit.
Exactly. You're right. Never mind.
Yeah, that had the beta
Anthem
or
is a shit game. God, Anthem is so bad. I hate that.
That's what I'm saying. We wouldn't have these issues anymore if
Defeationist episode 2, by the way.
The demos first, you know what I'm saying? But they don't drop them shits anymore. And
because gaming.
The second thing I was gonna say is I feel like the only thing PlayStation can do to make it viable, because we know they can't put their games on their day one. But if they provide a discount for having premium, I think that would be nice.
Yeah, that would be a good alternative. You're right.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe a $10 discount. Yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, I don't know. At this point, they're only doing it because Xbox is kicking their ass. I mean, PlayStation doesn't give a shit. Let's be real. They don't even want to do a Game Pass situation. I mean, PlayStation Plus PlayStation Now was okay, but I mean, no one give a shit.
Yeah.
So they're only doing it because that alone is kicking their ass. And yeah, they got exclusives, but their exclusives aren't. It's not like they come out exclusives every fucking 2 months. So
PlayStation.
Yeah, they're not coming out with exclusives every 2 months, so it's not like they're just racking out exclusives like Fokker. So
that's true.
They announce them, but they don't be coming out till like 3-4 years later. And at that point, I don't give a shit anymore.
Sony tries to keep it. They try to keep it to 2 a year, because there's been cases where Sony could have dropped like multiple next to each other, but they like giving their game spotlight, like time to.
Yes.
It would make sense.
And that's smart.
They don't want to kill themselves.
Yeah.
And that's smart. You know, it's smart to do that. Just at the end of the day, it's like, well, yeah, it's not like y'all releasing fucking 8 exclusives in a year. So they don't really care.
I feel like they could, though, but they're just like, no.
They probably could. I don't know, man. It's weird. Like the gaming. The gaming market nowadays is weird. You don't want to release too much. You want your games to be able to make the sales and breathe and all that. I mean, at the end of the day, they just got work to do. Like that, man. Sony's got work to do. I mean, Sony, for this little Game Pass thing, I mean, you still can't buy PS5s in stores for whatever fucking reason. I am still waiting for someone to give me a legit reason why.
The only reason why now is because Microsoft is buying up all them goddamn shit.
No, because that still is not an excuse. Why? Because, okay, we got 4 PlayStation 5s in today, so why aren't they on the shelf?
Are they already secured for pre-order?
No. Can't pre-order that shit no more. Pre-orders are dead.
Yeah, you can't pre-order the console.
So, but this thing, they have not been cleared to be sold in stores yet. Nowhere.
Yeah.
But my question is, why?
They can't fucking meet that demand.
We have 2 digital.
Who gives a shit? It was the physical ones.
No,
I
have 2 digital in my game.
The digital ones are rare.
They have 2 digital.
But again,
but
who
you have to
gives a
bundle
shit
them,
if you
so.
can't meet the demand?
Yeah.
It's like anything else. If it's in the store, great. If it's not, oh well.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
If they can't meet demand, that's why they're not in the stores.
No, what I mean is, it shouldn't matter because if you get, okay, like today, right? We got 4 in today. Then that means you have 4 on the shelf. If you don't see them for 2 months, then you don't see. That's like when you have certain like apple pie or something. You can't meet the demand of them. They still sell them in stores. So what's the fucking difference? Who gives a shit? Put it on the fucking shelf. If it gets there, it's there. If it's not there, oh well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that one. They need to kind of
for that statement. I don't know if that's Sony or GameStop or Target. Like it's hard to say.
Well, GameStop sells them in store. GameStop. So that's the thing. GameStop will sell them in stores, but I think everywhere else still sells them only online. Now there was an instance where Best Buy sold them in stores like once. Walmart sold them, when I got mine, but that was basically the first year it came out. But they went quickly back to online.
Yeah.
And the Xbox can be sold in stores everywhere. So that's what I mean. The Xbox and PlayStation, there's no difference between the consoles. They're the same fucking console. They cost the same amount except for the S. They're both as powerful as each other. There's really no difference there. Yeah, but I'm just saying, they're the same. They're both still expensive consoles.
Right, yeah.
My question is, if one is sold in stores like normal, and you can go buy like a normal item, why is it almost 2 years now? We still can't buy a PS5 in stores. I'm still waiting for a proper explanation from this. It makes no sense to me. I've heard people say for safety reasons, people will rob you for an Xbox Series X just like they'll rob you for a PlayStation 5. So what's the fucking difference?
Nothing.
They both cost $500.
I think personally that it's just, it completely depends on the store, honestly. Like the store, charge. Because I don't think Sony's deliberately going, yeah, don't put that shit on the shelf. Like, of course they would want the shit on the shelf. It's just for me.
I don't know, man. It's just weird because no store is selling them outside of GameStop. But GameStop's been doing this since day one. Yeah. So, but no other store, that I know of, has sold any PS5 in store. None. Outside from those rare occasions when they tried it and it was a fucking shit show and they stopped immediately. But nowhere else, and that was like the year 1. Oh, yeah. Nowhere else sells them in store. Nowhere. Not Walmart, not Target, not Best Buy. And the demand is, you can say demand. I mean, even still, it's not like we get Xbox Series X's out the ass in my store. I haven't seen an Xbox Series X in months.
Yeah,
I see S's.
There is 6
I see a bunch of S's.
There is 6 in my GameStop. But you have to buy those bundled.
Yeah, you have to buy bundles.
GameStop grabbed me for that.
They're trying to get stopped.
So it's like, I asked the managers of my job, they can't give me an answer. And I'm just curious. I'm like, we are in year 2, almost year 3 of these consoles being out.
Mm-hmm. Which is
what are we doing? That too. It's like, what are we doing? It's been 2 years. If what are we, like, this should have been, I can understand maybe day 1. I can understand maybe week 1. After week 1 or 2, what are we doing now? Well, why are we sitting here not selling console in store, and why should people still have to battle a bunch of fucking bots online to get one console?
Yeah, it is kind of fucked up.
Because it's easier to get a PS5 than it was week 1 and month 1 and month 2. But it's still hard as shit to get a PS5.
You still have to fight for it, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, what are we doing? Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen a Series X in months. So
mostly because of how badly the whole COVID thing was covered. And then we gotta go forward to like now with the fucking the chips being short with everything, not just game consoles, but cars too. There's lots of cars that are just sitting there because they have no chip. Like, we're just in a fucking sucky time.
Yeah.
Is even all that though? If a PS5 come in the store, it should still just go right on the shelf.
Yeah.
Probably should.
No matter chips. Fuck the chips. Fuck the shortage. If it happens to come in the store, it should go right to the shelf.
Yeah.
You can't complain about lines because it's been 2 years at this fucking point. And if you do get a line, exactly. And if you do get one, you only have yourself to blame.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't. Okay, let's put it like this. If a PS4 came in my store tomorrow, they'll put that shit on the shelf. What's the difference between a PS4 and a PS5? Outside the price, if you want to call it that, because I saw someone buy a PS4 just recently for the same price as PS5 digital. So, I mean, go figure.
So
and then PS4 Pro. So.
I know Sony's been re-releasing PS4s to PS4s and PS4 Pros and keeping them at their price point.
Yeah.
For the reason that they can't produce PS5s and they're just like fuck. So
yeah, but that's what I mean. If a PS4 came off my truck tomorrow, that's going to the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
A PS5 stick comes off the truck. It sits in the back until Target decides to put it up online. What is the difference? They're both consoles.
I don't know. I feel like that's Target though. Like that's Target. That's a Target issue.
But I'm just saying, I don't think anywhere is selling them in stores. Personally. Now, I could be wrong.
It's hard to find. I've seen pictures on Twitter where they have them in stores and pallets or whatever. Mostly Best Buy every time I see it. But like,
yeah, I think Best Buy did sell them in store.
Yeah.
It's just weird, man. Like, I don't. And even if it is just a Target thing, why? Because you're selling the Xbox in store. It's the same and they're the same fucking console. They both have the same value as each other. It's not like one is superior, that much more superior than the other.
Yeah.
To be honest, the Xbox is more powerful, or somewhat more powerful.
Yeah,
so
I would say not too much.
It is a good amount, decent kind of sort of. I just know people, for some reason, just the demand, or not the demand, but like the way it's talked about getting a PS5 versus getting an Xbox on Twitter, on social media right now, it's just like it's completely different. And I think because of that, a lot more people, like ignorant people that don't know any better, are like fucking, it's the same situation with the iPhones. Just people don't know any better. They're out here talking and they're just like, oh, PlayStation's better, so I have to have a PlayStation. If I don't get a PlayStation, then I'm probably gonna have to like go scalp for it. Like, that same mystique, that same like presence isn't there for the Xbox right now. I haven't seen it anyway.
And what's sad? People are actually buying PS4s. That's the worst part of it all.
So yeah, I think a lot of parents are gonna go out here and they're gonna buy PS4s because they can't get the PS4.
And they're spending. And what's sad is I was in GameStop a couple weeks back, and someone bought a PS4 Pro for the same price as the digital PS5. I'm sitting here saying to myself, you would just be better off just waiting and praying to get a PS5. Why spend the money for a PS4 at the same fucking price? Because if they stop making games, and this is the thing I try to tell people, we don't know when someone's going to just stop making PS4 games. We don't know. In fact, it needs to happen soon because the PS5 is being held back.
Yeah. Or next gen in general is being held back because
it's pretty much.
So it's like, so even Elden Ring is not made for PS5. It was made for PS4. Demon's Souls was far superior than Elden Ring.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. The point is, we don't know when Sony's just going to say, all right, we need to capitalize on PS5. The PS5, outside of Forspoken and Demon's Souls and any other PS5 exclusives that we've had, you have not truly seen the power of the PS5 because we are being constantly held back by games still being made for PS4. Elden Ring, Horizon 2, etc., etc. So, we don't know when someone's going to flip that switch and say, fuck,
they're not doing
PS4.
it until this chip shortage is solved.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I do agree with that. They're not going to do it, but you never know with Sony. They'll just, and then you bought a PS4 for the same price as a PS5, and then you have a PS4, and then you can't do anything with it. Then you're gonna trade it in and get like $100.
The whole, not to mention the whole thing in the Ukraine made this so much worse.
Yeah,
Made it worse.
it's a weird situation, man. I don't know. It's just this is by. I mean, these consoles are fine. You know, I haven't heard too many failure rate issues, nothing like that. But as far as like actually getting them and all this shit, it's the worst in history. It's the worst in history.
This generation in general is pretty bad in terms of actually getting a next gen console. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't even complain about the games that have come out so far for like next gen either. It's like,
that's why I made that video making fun of French, whatever the name of the fucking company that was that made Returnal. I was like, yeah, only a few people. Yeah, House Marquee. I was like, only a few people playing you, man. Not everybody's playing you. How is that supposed to affect anybody?
It's funny. You know what's even funnier is that I'm seeing a lot of OLEDs in stores, which is funny because no one's buying OLED. Good.
What?
Because there's no point in buying the OLED.
Exactly. I'm still trying to figure out who that console is for. I'm still been wondering who that console is for. I have no idea.
It was supposed to be a fucking revision, and then they backed out on it halfway through. It's literally what it is. They wanted to make a Switch 2, but then they're like, shit, we can't stop the sale of the Switch now, so we're just gonna drop this thing. Literally.
Yeah, we're just gonna make that OLED and hope for the best. And I see so many in stores who tells me no one's going out and rushing to buy them because it's a waste of fucking time.
Yeah, I already have a Switch. Save my $50 fucking dollars. What?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like,
granted, I have an OLED. It's just like, you know, I traded in my old drink to get it. You know.
I wouldn't even do that. I can't see myself spending an extra dime on an OLED. For what? It's the same shit on the TV.
Yeah.
Like, I would have bought, if it was like, 60 frames on TV or upscale 4K or 1280, something like that, 1480, whatever, I'd have bought it if it was better for the TV. But you having an OLED and me having an OG Switch, we put them on a TV, our games are going to look the same.
Exactly.
What's the point? So it's like, I could trade my old Switch in, but for what? Because I'm going to still get the same experience if I play on the TV. It's just so bizarre to me. So I don't know, man. It's a tricky situation. But people who don't buy it, so good.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't buying it, but a lot of people are. It's like a weird combination. Me working at GameStop, I understand.
The people are buying it are the like elitists.
Yeah.
It's the Nintendo elitist that wants to just own it because it's Nintendo.
Fucked up part is there's nothing to be elitist about. It's literally just a Switch.
Yeah, but people, you have the apologists out there. You have the shields trying to defend it, as they always do.
It's weird. That's always fucking weird about it.
I don't know.
Like, why are you defending this? It's just a fucking Switch.
Because they have nothing else better to do.
Like, dude,
they are apologists. They. It's the same with anything else, man. They want to defend it because they love Nintendo, or they want to defend it because they want to be real Miss Positive all the fucking time. If it's worthless, it's worthless. If it sucks, it sucks. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. It can't defend me spending $330 for what? What am I getting out of the Switch? A longer battery life. What the fucking do? I don't take my Switch out of the house regardless.
Yeah.
The built-in Ethernet port was cool.
Yeah, but they're not gonna be dumb and make a game for the like that drink.
Well, it would still work on the regular Switch. It's just the OLED has an Ethernet port. That's built.
Yeah, but again, Nintendo's online is still shit anyways. Who gives a shit? Like, these are the things I've asked people. I still ask, who is this for? Really, why would they waste precious development time making an OLED Switch when it's literally nothing different?
Yeah.
Now, if you have one, it's perfectly fine. I'm not going to, I don't shit on people for having it. It's just, for me, I look at this. I go into a store, I look at it, and I ask, why would I buy this? And if you already have a Switch, why would you buy it? Now, if you trade yours in, I mean, it's fine. I wouldn't trade it in unless I got full value. I mean, if I trade mine in, it's completely paid off. Outside of that, I'm not putting it down towards that. But you can buy it in the store, so they're already paying PS5, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Which is in the sad.
I mean, look, man. You can buy it in stores, although my boss will say, "Oh, you can't buy it in stores." So you realize it's the same fucking console, right? I don't want to hear that shit. Let the man buy his console. Like, it's the same console. It's new. No, it's not. It's not new. It's old. It's just fucking screen.
Yeah, I would leave it. I called your boss a dumbass. You're being.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Basically.
I said you're being kind of dumb. It's just It's just a Switch with a bigger screen. Literally, when people come in there and ask me, "Hey, what does the Switch stuff fit for the OLED?" Yes, except for a screen protector. But yes, it does. What? I thought it was bigger. Console. I was like, no, it's a smaller. It's the same size.
Same console, man. You ain't missing shit.
Literally the same console. Like, that's it.
Yep.
It's so funny.
But let's move on, I guess.
Oh, Pokemon fans are still weird. I don't know
what's going on with Pokemon.
No, Pokemon fans and these fanatics are fucking weird. They really had a dude literally God, it's people are weird, dog. Literally had a dude fucking come into the building of my GameStop and then fucking he literally sprinted to the section of DS's and 3DS's, and then literally it was like, let me get this this old Pearl, and then like literally before he left, this man said, "Hey man, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. I need you to bless me so I can get this shiny whatever the Pokemon." I was like, no. I don't know if
let me get this straight. Someone walked into your store and bought the original Diamond and Pearl.
Yes.
First of all, why?
Don't know.
Second of all, why Diamond and Pearl? Third of all, why?
I don't know.
What?
Pokemon people are weird. You can even ask
Diamond and Pearl.
Spirit.
It's fucking trash. I'm assuming I didn't have Diamond. I mean, Platinum there.
No.
I'm assuming.
No.
So he must not have a Switch, right?
He had.
There's no way he has a Switch.
He had a 3DS in his hand.
No, I know, but I'm saying there's no way he has a Switch. It can't be. Because if he had a Switch, he would just buy the remakes, right?
I don't know, but I'm not in that weirdo's mind, so I can't tell you the answer to that.
Bless me to get a shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, and I looked at him and said, "No, get out."
Bless me to get a shiny Pokemon. I said, you know what? I hope you don't get the shiny Pokemon.
And I was like, "You're just a weird dude."
Diamond, Platinum, Pearl. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, shit.
Hey man,
awkward.
Pokemon, man, what can you do?
Fucking call those people weirdos.
I don't know.
And they are weirdos. They're weirder than Galactic when he plays Destiny.
I love that game. Good game.
Anywho, what else in the gaming world happened? I guess we could talk about a few things. I did want to have a quick conversation about some things in the gaming industry. Besides, fucking possibly Elden Ring being Game of the Year, yay!
Awesome.
I think that's pretty much a given, unless Forspoken is like God tier.
Yeah.
And Xenoblade 3 is like super God tier.
I doubt that one.
I think I think Elden Ring pretty much wraps it up.
Yeah,
They could suck Nintendo off though, because they do it often.
yeah.
I mean, it's either that, Xenoblade, maybe if, like I said, Forspoken will have to be God tier.
Yeah, Forspoken would have to be God tier.
I think that's going to be
Or it has to have a LGBT themes, and it's going to win.
No. I think Elden Ring will still win. Because actually, Elden Ring technically can be LGBT as well.
I don't know how.
Yeah, man, you could be maidenless as a woman.
And you can do the Eight of Stars as a woman, and you do get married.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Spoiler for those who.
Hey, shut your mouth.
Oh.
Anywho.
I mean, you can be gay in that game. That is very possible.
That is very possible. Yes.
I mean,
you can also, what else is there that came out in the last couple of weeks? Lego Star Wars is alright. King of
Lego Star Wars. We played one. We played them all.
Yeah. Gran Turismo was actually pretty entertaining. WWE 2K22 is I'll get to
Actually,
that.
not bad.
Borderlands Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is boring as fuck. I'm sorry.
I didn't buy it because we all know why.
Yeah, I'm gonna return that to GameFly immediately.
Those games bore me.
Yeah, that game is
WWE. I have
WWE is a mixed bag for me.
Let's talk about it. I'm not mad about that game.
I'm not. Okay. I'm not mad at. Okay. Gameplay. First of all, the game is easy as fuck.
Yeah.
Even on Legend Mode, it's the easiest fucking wrestling game to ever come out.
Yeah.
Easy though.
Yes, it is.
Fair enough.
I would know. I played every wrestling game on Legend difficulty, even that one. Trust me, it's definitely the easiest.
Yeah.
Just by the fact that you can just hold the button to get out of submissions and pins, it makes it the easiest.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's not hard.
Yes, you can actually change the options to hold the button.
Oh, that's stupid. Yeah. Or is it like hold? You got to release at a certain time because it used to be like that.
No, not anymore. It's hold the button.
Oh.
So if you're doing a submission move,
yeah,
you just hold the buttons that it tells you to hold. If it's a pin button, you just hold X. Even on Legend Mode. Now, pinning, you might still lose it because, but the chances of you losing it are very slim. It is the easiest wrestling game to ever come out. And it's coming from a guy who's been playing wrestling games since SmackDown 1 on PS1 on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
Definitely the easiest. Is it better than 2K20? Yes.
Yes. But
is it better than 2K19?
No.
I don't know.
No.
2K19.
This is. Yeah.
Was that even good?
Yes.
Yes.
It
was fine.
2K19 is my favorite out of this recent set.
See, I don't want to shit on 2K22. I don't want to shit on it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's like a shitty game, but like if we compare it to all, if we have like a list of wrestling games that were good, it's nowhere near the top. It's literally near the bottom.
My thing is this: they changed things that. First of all, they didn't change shit. Like Universe mode is still the same, basically.
Yeah.
The GM mode apparently is garbage.
It's terrible.
The online infrastructure is the worst it's ever been.
Pretty much. And that stupid
ass
the
advanced entrances
and the cards and the fucking microtransactions is fucking. Whoever thought of that needs to get shot in the face.
They took out advanced entrances, they claim that's why 2K20 was freezing, which pretty much tells me that this new development suck at their jobs.
That and
the only saving grace is that the game plays okay.
When are we gonna get back creative finisher? I just want to create a finisher. A nonsense finisher.
But the saving grace is the game plays decent enough for you to kind of put that in the background.
Yeah. They kept saying the graphics is the greatest. I'm like, no, it's not. It looks just the same.
The graphics are okay besides the hair. I don't know what crack.
Ayo, I did the Bianca Belair test for 19, 20, and 22. The best Bianca Belair interest is still in 19, and that's the saddest shit I could say.
It's so because I skipped 2K20 because that game was just utterly
Oh no, I gameflied it, and that was the funniest thing I've ever done.
Seeing the new entrances for certain people is nice. Seeing that they took the time to update Brock Lesnar look. They gave, you have two different Rollins. You have both the Messiah Rollins and the Joker Rollins in the game. That's fine. But as much as I want to play the game, I created some people. I created my usual staple for people.
Yeah, same here.
As much as I would like to play Universe Mode, I just, for some apparent reason, I have yet to go into Universe Mode. The only thing I've done is My Rise, and even then, the mode is okay. It's not shit. It's better than the fucking. I'll say this: the My Rise is better than the fucking BCW storylines we were getting in the last games. I didn't get too fucked about those.
Yeah, and now we're doing Rey Mysterio this one, so I was just like,
Well, no, not that. I'm talking about the creator story, the My Rise.
Oh yeah. No, the creator story. The first one was the one where which one was that? 12, where John Cena gets his ass whipped by Sheamus at the beginning.
Something like that. But at least this one is a little bit more interesting. That's really the only thing I've played. Obviously, it's not a shit game.
Yeah.
It's very well playable.
Yeah.
But it's like you took 2 steps forward, but 5 steps backwards.
Yeah.
Like, people say advanced interests aren't a big deal. I'm like, yes, it is.
You know what else is a big deal? Adding your own fucking music, shit like that. That made a long way to create some of the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, but now I got over the music thing after a while.
Me too, but
because at least everything else was intact.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm a person who creates superstars in the game.
Yeah.
I like my superstar to have their own identity.
Yeah.
I don't want to give a superstar fucking Mustafa Ali's entrance because that's Mustafa Ali's entrance. You may take pieces from people's entrances, but still be your own.
Yeah.
And that to me is a damper. The gameplay, there's some bugs in the game. I don't like the breaker system. I think the counter system is fucking garbage.
Yeah, that counter system is
I hate
terrible.
the breaker system. It's
compared to the other joints where you had to hit the specific button depending on what they were doing, which I still liked. It's just like, for me, the grapple system is also weird. I was like, oh my god, it's circle? What's going on here?
I like it. It was circle before.
It was X before, circle to whip.
Yeah, they changed a lot. They changed it to where you're pushing buttons more to do the same shit you were doing with less buttons.
Yeah.
Because now how it is, so in like 19, it was like either tap X and up and do a move, or hold X and up to do a move.
Yeah.
Done.
I think it's geared towards player versus player matches, because for fighting like the NPCs, just hitting.
But no one gives a shit about playing one.
I'm not playing
those. These are fucking terrible.
When you played against another person, like if you sucked at hitting triangle, you're lost. Literally, that's all it was.
Whose fault is that? Get good.
Yeah, it's like that's
I'm
like
sorry,
a game, bro.
Okay. This is how it goes. In the wrestling games, when they added that reversal bar system, like they do in every fucking fighting game for whatever reason, at that point, playing online with those games became too easy. All you had to do is just bait your opponent to keep reversing, and once they're out, they're fucked. Now, in the past games when that wasn't there, if you were shit at reversing, you failed. Not my problem, you suck at reversing. But the problem with the wrestling games is that online, outside of maybe 2011, was so laggy and pathetic, no one played online, so who gives a shit?
If you're trying to
I'm getting
a new thing, I could see why they would change this shit.
But why make me hit, like, if I'm a new player, like, if you give me 2K19 and you give me 2K20, just doing the grapple alone, right?
Yeah.
I'm hitting less buttons in 2K19. Where in 2K20 I had to get circle to actually grab you. Then I had to hit either square and up, square and left, square and down, or square and right. And then X and all those other same moves. That's hitting 2 extra buttons. Why am I doing all that when I can just...
Oh yeah, you can hit like square was always the melee joint, but in this story you can hit circle. Then I'm like, yo, what is this? Granted,
You know, you got your little combo, which is the combos is fine.
Yeah.
You know, hitting square a couple times and hitting that's fine.
Do you
But
like
the grapples like
the actual block system? Do you like the actual block system?
no, I don't use it.
yeah.
Who blocks?
No, yeah, no.
I don't have time to block.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna counter it and be done.
Yeah.
I don't get time to block.
My main character that I created is a
I've learned-
striker. I really don't care about blocking. I just want to hit you.
I've learned the counter, like the move that they do, because I've been playing wrestling games for so long. I already know what the strong moves are, the light moves are, so countering them is just easy. But it's still dumb because the breaker system doesn't just count for combos. It actually counts for the grapple as well when they just hit the circle button. Because now, because you have a circle button, then a grapple, sometimes you have to remember that triangle doesn't always pop up. So then you gotta remember, oh wait, now I gotta hit the breakers. It's so much shit for no reason. It's almost like it's RNG. Especially when they grapple you, because like I said, they have a grapple square or a grapple X. The combo, you know, the square, and all that, that's fine.
I wouldn't say it's RNG. I feel like because once you fight the same person over and over, you know what they're doing.
Well,
It becomes
I
normal
don't fight the
matchup.
same person. Well, what I mean is like the punching, like okay, like, you know, actual combo, like the square, X, triangle, whatever shit is, right?
Yeah.
Breaking those is fine. But it also goes to the grapples, meaning when you're on the ground. Because, oh, by the way, this game, if you look in the options, I don't know if you saw, they have automatic ground reversals. I cut that shit off.
Ayo,
But-
by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Galactic, the triangle button does disappear sometimes. It disappears half the time. when I'm playing the game.
Because you have to count it, you have to do the breaker.
You
But
actually,
also, but
the bar, I don't know if you paid attention. There's
Nope.
a bar, the blue bar under your thing. If you don't have that shit, you don't have a reversal. That's why the triangle goes away sometimes.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
that's
know that.
your resiliency and stuff. I thought.
Literally every time you use it, it's just like which other one? Like 2K10? No, after 10, it was like 12 or
2K.
11.
They
Yeah.
brought reversals in 2K19 or 2K18. They brought in one of those games. They brought in, but see, I thought that was for the resiliency because when you use your little paybacks or whatever, that's what I thought the blue bar was for.
I think
Because I reverse all the time, and
like if you
because-
reverse
see-
a good move though. Okay.
but see, the thing is, they took out the. So in 2K19, you had it where you had like the yellow reversals and then the green. If you hit a green or yellow, it would put them in a state where they couldn't do shit else. And if you had reversals on, I cut that shit off. I don't do that garbage. But if you had the little bar on,
Yeah.
it would take up 2 of your bars if you did one of the major reversals.
Yeah.
In this game, I noticed that because I did some testings. The triangle button sometimes disappears because the breaker system is actually used for grapples as well. So, say if you're on the ground, you know, you're on the ground getting your ass whipped. If they do a circle, they still have the option of hitting. The computer has the option of doing one of their square or X's.
Yeah.
So you still have to guess that.
Mm,
Now, if they do a normal move without just doing grapple, that's when the triangle pops up because it's a normal move. But if they're doing like a combo with the grapple move, then you have to figure out if it's X or square or circle, depending on what they're doing. So the breaker system even counts for grapples. That's why I don't like.
Yeah.
Because you'll be sitting there waiting for a triangle thing to come up, you're getting your ass kicked on the ground, you're like, where's this coming up? And then one day I just so happen to say, you know what, let me hit the square and X button at the same time and see what happens. And lo and behold, I'll start countering like it's nothing because they're doing their breaker stuff while on the ground with the grapple. Because again, you're hitting 2 different buttons when you're grappling. You're grabbing a circle and then you gotta pick X for strong, you know, the strong stuff, or the square for the light ones, or they'll try to hours rip you, so you gotta hit circle for that too. There's so many buttons you have to press. To me, this is not new friendly. I look at 2K19 as more new friendly because it's less buttons. It's a weird thing. I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to change it up, but if you want to keep it for the punching and the kicking, perfectly fine, whatever. But the grapple system, I think, should stay the same.
do we like MGK's fucking
No.
playlist?
I don't really. I never pay attention to the playlist, so it doesn't bother. I don't.
For me, when I'm in the menus, especially when I'm creating a character, ever so gingerly, I hate First of all, that stupid Race of Love song comes on at GameStop consistently. for that stupid, that dumbass song. MGK is one of the worst artists I've ever heard, and when his music literally comes on in the menus, I get agitated real quickly.
Well, I was saying because his he's the one that made the playlist for the game.
He sucks.
Really like his playlist.
He sucks, and I'll be back.
I have never paid attention to anyone's playlist. The music comes on and it goes in one ear and out the other. So I couldn't tell you. Everyone comes to me like, man, the playlist sucks. I'm saying like, yeah, I pay attention to that shit. I'm kind of just in my own world. I'm too busy trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna create this character and going through all these DLC tattoos. Because my main character has so many tattoos on him, I'm trying to find the right one. So the music, in one ear, out the other, bounces off the wall. It never bothered me. Like I said, 2K22 isn't bad. It's just, at best, I probably give like a 7. At best, like, and that's me on a good day. I think the lowest I would go is a 6. The highest I would go is probably a 7 for 2K22. If I'm being honest. Not shit. It's better than 2K20, but that development team got a lot of work. A lot.
Gammon joins the hunt.
I'm like, nah. Awesome.
Hello?
Yes.
Why did everyone get quiet? What the hell going on?
Nobody knows.
Did Wild Fang just disappear?
Apparently. Wild Fang just said fuck off.
Pretty much.
I said no. Closing there is random fuck. I don't know what I'm gonna call.
So,
where did he go?
I guess I don't know. This is unprofessional for Wild Fang. He's supposed to have the topics all lined up so he can nicely segue in.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to go and look for the damn subjects because this man is unprofessional.
I'm back.
This man got prom videos. So here we go.
What?
This is the topics. Podcast, gaming talk, slap talk, Sonic review, and WrestleMania 38 review. How am I supposed to go?
Guys, we literally had a whole conversation.
Night
about
1 was fine,
but
Night 2.
Hold up. Before we get to WrestleMania, there's one.
I hear him.
You're very low, sir.
Hello, can you hear me now?
You're still very low.
How about now?
Still low.
You're still low, sir.
What the fuck? I was just talking to you guys 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, you were just talking to us, and then you disappeared.
I literally said, give me a moment. I was in the middle of a conversation, and I literally said, give me a moment.
You sound like you're like in 2 rooms away.
Okay. Give me a second.
I don't know what you did to your mic, sir, but you sound like you're far away.
All I did was go away for 2 seconds. Do I sound better?
Yes.
Why the fuck did it change? Okay. I don't care.
We thought you just. I had finished my statement. I gave my rating on WWE. It got quiet. I thought I disconnected. Because after they said he was here, I'm saying Wild Fang is not here, so I was ready to do my due diligence and take on the podcast. I looked at the topic. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Bro.
Slap talk, gaming talk.
Bro. I literally said I will be right back. I had an important phone call. Okay, so have you guys heard me the whole podcast?
Yeah.
So the one part that I said I will be right back, you couldn't hear me?
Nope. I didn't hear it.
Whatever.
I didn't hear it either.
One last thing. What was it? What did you rate the game?
I said the lowest I could give is a 6, but the highest I would go is a 7.
I agree with that. I actually would give it a 6. Better than 22? No, better than 20? Yes. Better than Battlegrounds? Yes. Worse than 19 and 18? Yes.
It's not good, especially on PC with 19 having all the mods and stuff. It's not even cool.
Oh, hey, not close. Not even close.
So I mean,
next thing I want to talk about: judging a game by its cover. I would like to say, Mr. Darkwave, you are officially the Nostradamus of calling when a game is going to be shit. When it comes to looter games.
It's not that hard to do.
Lost Babylon.
It's not that hard.
It's so bad.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was a Lost Babylon.
My guy.
First of all,
Babylon
you could
Fall.
tell that game was gonna be bad. You could tell that game was gonna be bad the second time we saw it. Like, I'm sorry. I love platinum games. But holy shit, man, what the fuck happened? Did y'all just phone it in? The game looked great when you first seen it. It was like a Dark Souls type of game. It's like I took that. It's like I took that game, threw it in the trash, and gave me something from the PS2 era. What the fuck is this shit?
Ayo, it'll make it even worse.
Bro.
You wanna know something on the opposite spectrum? I said Stranger in Paradise is gonna be garbage. And I end up saying that game is not bad. In the slightest. It's
Well, I told you the second beta was better.
Yeah, second beta was way better. And then I played the game.
I told you this.
Yeah, I know. And I played the game and I was like, oh crap, I'm actually having fun with Stranger in Paradise. Versus Lost Babylon, when I put it in my console, my console literally is like, bruh, get this shit out of here. Return this to GameFly and slap a hoe.
So I think they had a beta or a demo for that game. I think it was a demo or something, right?
Yeah.
I played it. And my friend was like, man, this game is far more. And I'm sitting there. And then, mind you, Elden Ring had just came out. I had stopped playing Elden Ring to try out this game. So you can already imagine how my mind was. I played the game for 10 minutes and I said, man, I can't do this shit. Man, this shit is slow. It's boring. What is going on? The graphics are like throw up on the screen. I'm playing on a fucking 60-inch TV. You expect me to look at this shit?
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Why is the bow so slow? Why is the sword supposed to be the fastest weapon in the game? And yet I feel like I'm moving slow. You know, it's molasses.
Yeah.
Goodbye, farewell, garbage.
Yeah, Babylon's Fall, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I called it earlier. It's active garbage, and
I'd rather play Godfall than play that shit. And Godfall is bad. So what does that tell you?
Oh god.
I would rather play Godfall than touch that game. I don't know, man. And people are like, this game is great. I'm like,
no, it's not. What are you smoking? What kind of cocaine are you?
The game is boring.
The game is not only boring, but it's literally terrible. Oh god. Full weapons.
It's a loot shooter, so it's a loot shooter, so it's like, or a loot slasher, whatever the fuck this is, man. It's a looter game. 95% of them are fucking garbage anyway. Yeah. So it's not that hard to call.
And then there's Tiny Tina's.
The only ones that's
wait, what? What were we saying?
The only ones that are that's somewhat successful is Destiny. Borderlands when there's one in there for every goddamn thing. And that's basically it. That's practically it. 2 games. Destiny and Borderlands when Borderlands actually wants to be fun. Like,
oh yeah, I get it.
no one's done it.
And Destiny's only good in patches.
Yes.
Like every once in a while, depending.
Yeah, I mean, Destiny, you know, the expansion come out great.
It's Russian roulette, bruh. You don't know if the expansion's gonna be fire.
I retired, man. I retired from Destiny. I just stopped.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it. You were like, that's bored. I'm done.
I understand.
And it's like
I bought Witch Queen and I played it, and I'm still like damn, it's crazy. I'm playing Horizon Zero Two.
It's like here's the thing. When the best looter game to me is at best a 7, 7.5, maybe an 8 if I'm in a good mood.
Yeah.
Not very good for all other loot shooting games. None of them are really. I mean, Division 2 was okay, right? No one's. It's dead in the water now. Rainbow Six games, garbage. Most of them. The breakpoints, and the wild. You'll have your joys for 2 hours, and after 2 hours, well, I'm done. Destiny is fine. It's okay, and everything else, a mediocrity of garbage. Anthem, Outliers, the end game Outliers pretty much killed that fucking game, dead in the water. Babylon Fall was a failure upon arrival. Borderlands 3, I mean, they nerfed every goddamn thing you worked for on Borderlands 3, which killed that fucking game. Tiny Tina, I mean, I didn't play it.
Ew.
But, I mean, it's Borderlands, so...
Hey, Galactic, have you played Tiny Tina? With your brother?
I have the game, but I've never played it.
Oh.
But I mean, I'm not a fan of Borderlands. I don't know why people expected me to play this one.
Oh, yeah, for me, I played a couple minutes, it's boring. I'm about to go return to the game fly. I was like, I tried to give it a chance, but
it's Borderlands, man.
When
like,
the jokes aren't hitting like Borderlands 2 had me kind of cackling. Borderlands 1 had me kind of cackling, but this one I was just like, it's just Anthony Birch is the worst writer in history. But whatever. People don't believe me when I say this. Yeah.
What's the next new shooting game coming out? Isn't it like that? Isn't it a PlayStation exclusive one coming out? Some loop shooter game thing.
PlayStation bought Bungie to dive into live service, but we haven't had any of them announced. I don't think.
It's like Project. What was that fucking game? Some new game coming out, I think next year, like Project. Like, what was that fucking shit called?
I have no idea.
I don't know. It was some game they showed all over, like Project something. It was like a loot shooter.
Speaking of, me and Galactic gotta run that Returnal when we both get a chance. And Gundam Evolution is not bad in the slightest. I actually, based on the playtest, I actually think that game is gonna be fire. They just need to add some
Overwatch.
Yeah, they need to add some more notable Gundams, but other than that game is fucking great. Literally.
Yeah, I didn't play it yet. I'm waiting for the console beta.
Oh nah, I'm
because I do damned if I go on PC with a controller versus mouse and keyboard. I'm not that good with mouse and keyboard, so I wouldn't dare try that again.
Yeah, and that's why I got Ghostwire on PC as well, and Elden Ring on PC. So I'm starting to get used to mouse and keyboard, and so far I've been saying that game, it's like you're right, it's Overwatch, but with Gundams, and I literally can say I've been having so much goddamn fun. I will upload the footage if we play in the game on a defeated stream dumps channel later. Self-advertisement.
Yeah, I've seen. I've seen mostly Gundam. My friend was streaming, and I've seen mostly Gundams play. I know Gundam X is basically Genji.
Yeah, it's fucking Genji. I was going to say that. I was going to say you would fuck with that Gundam because he is Genji. And I know you were one of the best Genji players I knew.
I was until I couldn't play him anymore.
Yeah.
Because people, I unfortunately play responsible Overwatch, so I don't get to play DPS that much anymore. But it's the truth. And when I play DPS, it's like, well, they're running double shields, so playing Genji would be useless here. So I either gotta go Junkrat or Bastion, and it's like, well, someone's gotta be responsible to push the team forward. So that's usually how it turns out for me. Or I'm playing Widowmaker and I got 3 snipers sniping at me. I can't beat 3 fucking snipers. What's going on here? So I don't get to play well.
I get it.
But I mean, Gundam Evolution. I'm still waiting, man. I'm still waiting for my actual Gundam game. With a story. A little customization, maybe a little bit of co-op. I'm still waiting, man, on them. But what happened?
You know what I'm waiting for?
Yeah,
I would like a Dynasty Warriors Gundam. Ported to my PlayStation so I can play it again.
How about we just say fuck Dynasty Warriors and Jerk at this point?
No. Dynasty Warriors Gundam is one of the good ones, man. It is.
We can just say fuck Dynasty Warriors. I don't even want to see the title, man. I don't even want to see the title. Do you understand that title is almost like at the point of like cut off ties? Just don't even want to see it anymore.
I agree.
Oh, you must not have seen what happened most recently. You didn't see the DLC, the biggest release.
Wait, for what game?
Empires.
What DLC did they add to Empires?
Oh, what do you want to know? Do you remember the costume from Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guess what? They make a grand faction return in Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires as paid DLC. So, I mean, same costume, by the way. No difference. Same costume.
Are you joking?
No! I'm not joking at all. I literally saw this and I'm like, wait a minute, am I looking at Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires or am I looking at Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires?
Are you fucking serious?
Yes! Now maybe if the game was good, I may give it a slight pass. But no, the game sucks. So I mean,
Darkwave, when I am done playing my one Empire mode, we are going to have a conversation. There's going to be.
There's no conversation. The game sucks.
Oh,
the game is dead.
We're gonna do what we did the first time. We're gonna do what we did the first time.
I don't even own the game. I refuse. I showed you the demo. I'm not buying that game.
No. Did the Dynasty Warriors 6?
Dynasty Warriors 6 makes this game like goddamn masterpiece.
So we're gonna do.
In fact, I would play 6 over 9.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You can do a review. I have nothing to say on 9 part. The game is fucking impressive. It's beyond the game at this point. It's beyond the game. The marketing is absolute garbage. It all starts with 9. Look at the DLC for 9. The game for DLC for 9 almost equals up to $200. It costs more than the game itself. You out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, so, yeah.
And the game sucks.
When I do the review, I'm going to have to say a few words. Yeah, it is. Moving on, before I get a conniption, again, save it for the review that we're going to have. And I'm just going to have you say a few things. You don't have to, we don't have to do a full review, buddy. Shoutouts to Galactic. Because he finally came out as a homosexual. And that's
totally just not even a thing. And as your HR department, you need to issue several apologies right now.
I apologize to the homosexuals.
Cancel.
I also apologize to the Japanese and the actual rapists that happened there.
Mm-hmm. I'm no longer associated with this podcast.
Let's move on to
you've been canceled.
Yes, I have been.
I'm now in charge.
Let's move on to shut up. Let's move on to WrestleMania. Jesus.
Oh God, no! Please don't make me do this.
You're gonna have to.
I mean, night 1 was fine. Minus the second women's match.
I still haven't watched night 1. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Oh, then you watched the worst part of the show in night 2 then. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go ahead and watch night 1. It was great. I'm not even exaggerating. It was actually good.
So I've heard.
Yeah, minus one match with
Yeah.
Charlotte and
yeah.
What's her face?
We can go over them. Like, hey.
Nightwing.
Yeah. So let's start off with night 1. Woo! Let's just say the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura was great. First of all, before I get to this, did anybody watch Stand and Deliver?
I did.
So why in the fuck did Braun Breaker not win the match, but to win the match on Monday?
Because bigger crowd.
Okay, cool.
Because Mr. McMahon.
Okay, cool. Sasha Banks won the tag team champions at WrestleMania, right? But loses on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, whatever.
This is WWE booking, man.
Okay, all right. I'm just putting it out there. All right, cool. Shinsuke Nakamura, Rick Boogs, right? And that match is okay, except for the fact that Rick literally got injured in the middle of the match. Yeah. Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin.
No one cares.
I wasn't bored. I wasn't bored. Look, man, I was not bored with the match. It was a by your numbers match, but I wasn't bored.
Yeah, it was also the most predictable match ever.
Well, obviously, but it was a decent undercard match. I got in.
Yeah, The Miz and Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio.
Logan Paul did good?
Yeah, he did good. Dominic Mysterio was so absolutely nervous out there, he kept botching a bunch of shit, though.
Is it said that Dominic's best match is still with Seth Rollins all those years ago?
Yes. That is the sad part.
And wasn't that like his first match?
Yes. So he was dumb nervous. The next match is arguably a good match that was actually good, except for the fact that Becky Lynch looked like a clown because, you know, her makeup was Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. That match was actually fucking good.
Best match of all Mania.
That was the best match. Yeah, I
think.
Hold up.
I like the Cody match more. Personally.
Yeah, the Cody Rhodes match to me was the match of the WrestleMania. Speaking of, Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins was the match of. It was a 21-minute match. Then we get to Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey in.
Before we move on to the Boar Fest here, so are we going to turn Seth heel?
They need to.
What are we doing?
Because what are they doing currently with him?
I mean, he ain't gonna do shit as a heel.
Currently, he's not. What? Wait a second. What program is he currently in? Is he in a program with Cody Rhodes?
I guess he's still feuding with Cody. Apparently, they're gonna have a match in May on SmackDown. Why May? I don't know.
On SmackDown?
I get that look. That's what's been advertised. So I don't know if there's a house show or dark match. I don't fucking know. That's been advertised. But my thing is, Seth shook Cody's hand. I doubt WWE ends that feud. Seth is going to. I mean, Cody is going against The Miz on Monday. Okay. But the problem is Seth is over. Yeah. Fans are cheering Seth.
Yeah.
Why make him back? I mean, he's still gonna. People are still gonna sing his song. So him being a heel doesn't make much sense because he's still gonna play to the crowd by him singing his song.
Yeah. Okay.
So I hope they don't turn him heel. Like, I mean, some people still think he's a heel. I think he's kind of like in between, depending on the match.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you turn him full-fledged heel, the crowd's still going to sing his song, and he'll probably still play up to the crowd for singing his song, like he was when he was heel against Big E. So why even turn him heel against Cody Rhodes? You can do the match again later down the line when they're both baby faces again. You don't have to have Seth turn heel.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I mean, the guy is over the babyface right now. So, I don't see the reason why you would turn him heel. But since Bobby Lash is the face and AJ Styles is the face, I guess they may need more heels on the roster. But
AJ's a face.
I don't fucking know. I mean, Edge is the heel, so Damian Priest is the heel.
Yeah, that was
maybe they don't.
Yeah, that was a weird combination.
Rhea Ripley's about to go heel, obviously. So, I mean, maybe Seth stays. I don't fucking know. Can we skip over the Ronda match? Is there really no point? Is there really a point to that match?
Which match? Seth Rollins?
The Ronda Rousey match.
No. This match was so bad, dude, that when Ronda had the dumb babyface syndrome part, I honestly wanted to cry. I was like, Ronda.
I fell asleep.
Yeah. Ronda can't.
Match sucks.
She can't wrestle at all.
It's not even that. She's miscast. Why is she a babyface?
I have no fucking idea.
She's obviously a much better heel than babyface.
Then there's the fact that I just want to know
Ronda
how
Rousey
Stone Cold Steve was. Huh? What were you saying?
Ronda Rousey is a very, 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 very bad loser. So she is she's a sore loser. So she wants to be cheered, which is why they keep trying to make her face. She gets absolutely livid when people start booing her because she like a loss to her. She lost.
Yeah, but she can't. She does not have any charisma.
Have you heard these fucking promos Galactic she's done?
Dude, on SmackDown, she literally sounded like a... I don't even know.
Oh, Galactic, do you have trouble sleeping at night sometimes, Galactic?
Yeah, I feel like Ronda would make it worse, though.
No, she wouldn't. She'll actually put you to sleep.
Ooh.
Dude, her matches are so bad now. It's just like, girl...
Go on YouTube and watch one of her promos. Her recent promos.
Especially with trying about making Charlotte... First of all, that promo about making Charlotte tap out was so bad. Both
She
of
sounds
them.
like she's reading. She sounds like she's reading for a teleprompter with no emotion. It's like talking like this. Charlotte Flair, at WrestleMania, I'm going to take your arm and I'm going to rip it off and I'm going to take it home with me to my daughter and my husband. So I'll see you at WrestleMania, bitch, where I'm going to beat you and make you tap out because I'm the baddest woman on the planet.
And then here's Charlotte's response. You will not beat me because I am woo Charlotte Flair. Do not confuse me with Ric Flair. I am
the opportunity.
That's what that's what I'm like, yo, please separate these two. Please, for the love of God, stop it. We're gonna get an idea.
My mom told me how to fight and never to give up even if you go to sleep if you lose. So Charlotte, I'm challenging you to an I Quit match at WrestleMania Backlash.
And the answer is
Ronda,
no.
get in the back of the line. You're in the back of the line, bitch. So no. Woo! That's the fucking promos. That's the emotion that they give.
Ronda should be in the back of the line.
She should, but fuck finish though.
Whatever happened?
But the way I spoke to Ronda Rousey, that's how her promos are.
Yeah, that literally was the last.
You'll fall asleep.
That shit was so terrible.
Like I said, put on a Ronda Rousey promo at night when you want to go to sleep. You'll fall asleep with fantastic dreams, maybe with nightmares actually. But you still fall asleep. Nightquit, garbage. She will come off so much better than you. Why? Because she would think she's better than everyone else, which she probably is, legitimately. Just take that and apply and put it into wrestling. Perfect heel. There you go. It is just so hard, and you build a babyface slowly, and then you have them beat Ronda. Ronda puts them over. It's a very easy concept, WWE. It's very simple. Charlotte Flair is not over. She is, beating Charlotte is no amazing feat. Everyone's beating Charlotte Flair.
But she's not over right now, is the main thing.
She's not over, but everyone's beating. She's tapped out multiple times. She's been pinned multiple times. Who gives a shit?
I really don't like Charlotte, so my motivation to watch WWE recently has been at a zero. Like, I haven't watched anything. Like WrestleMania, I forgot it was going to be fucking WrestleMania that weekend.
Yeah,
that's how bad it was. I intentionally skipped night one. Did not care.
Hey, at least it didn't end. That didn't end the match. The end of the night. Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens ended the night, and that was actually just entertaining. It wasn't like groundbreaking. It was entertaining. And then Vince McMahon took one of the worst bumps of all of WrestleMania I've ever seen.
On night two, yeah,
that was fucking awful. But yes, moving on to night two, with an overall, night one was actually pretty good, except for a few, spots. And the New Day got their match canceled until the next day. And
you give a shit. They wrestled for 90 seconds. They made all this fuss, cut, and this and that, and you wrestled for 2 minutes.
Not even that.
You got pissed for a 2-minute match? Who gives a shit?
The first match of night one was actually really good. Okay, Bro versus the Street Profits versus Montez Ford. No, versus the Alpha Academy. I'm sorry, I said Montez Ford. He was a group. That match was actually pretty good.
It was. Night two started off with a decent match.
Yeah. Then Omos came out, and I honestly wanted to cry because they keep trying to get Omos over, and it's not going to work out.
Can we talk about the damn spears on night two? Who the fuck? Why? Who decided that we would start doing spears from people's backs? Because I have a quarrel to pay. Like the Bobby Lashley fucking rebound spear off the rope to hit fucking Omos looked like a fucking DDT.
Yeah.
And then you got Roman and Brock, where Brock is just looking at Paul Heyman and then gets speared in his back through the barricade. Like, what's with these back spears? Like, that was never a thing before. Let's not make it a thing now, please.
That Brock Roman match sucked.
Yeah.
Which match?
Brock and Roman.
Oh yeah, no, we'll get to that.
I don't know what you expected.
Then it was Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. You know,
That was a good gimmick match, I guess.
it just looked dumb at the very end. That was okay. Sasha Banks and Naomi versus. I didn't watch this match actually. I don't know what happened.
I watched the finish. I watched Sasha Banks' entrance because she looks like a final boss type character sometimes.
Yeah.
And I watched it finish.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool. Edge versus AJ Styles was actually really good. You know, that was a good match. That was actually a fantastic match. That was no shit.
Until dumb babyface syndrome.
Fucking hate that shit, but you know, everybody hates dumb babyface syndrome. And if you say you like it, yeah. Sheamus and Ridge Holland with but you know what? That was actually a minute and 40 seconds. Jesus Christ, I didn't know.
So they complained for a minute 40-second match. Good.
Pat McAfee had an average match with Austin Theory, and then wrestled Vince McMahon, which didn't make 0 sense.
I killed it.
Yeah, and then McMahon took one of the worst bumps of the match. You said what?
Yeah, great momentum after that match. People were like really like impressed by his shit on social media.
You mean because we remember his match with Adam Cole?
Exactly, and you know the War Games match he was in, which was actually really fucking good.
Now WWE won't mention those because you know the old NXT, but we remember how good McAfee did in those matches. So a match with someone like Austin Theory, who's a very good wrestler himself, is it's going to be a good showcase. WWE won't mention that because obviously they're a bunch of fucking clowns.
How much did Vince fucking pay for Seven Nation Army, by the way?
Don't know.
Is that why we fired everybody? So Pat McAfee can come out to Seven Nation Army?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
And I was just thinking the entire time, if the fucking Rock had came out,
right? And then we got the final match, which is Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, in which everybody and their grandmother who said that match was the greatest match they had, I would literally have fought you physically.
It's the same match they had.
I think it was better than the ones that they do, but doesn't mean it was good.
It was literally the same match they've done. Superman punch, spears, German suplex, Superman punch, F5 spear, F5 spear, smack talk, German soup. It was the same match they've always had.
Yeah, literally.
There was no added. That's my problem with the match. I'm not saying like they can't, like the wrestlers themselves suck, but it's been the same match since WrestleMania 31. Every time they're in the ring, it's the same format of a match. The same shit. And you know, we both know, everyone knows that both of those guys can actually have decent to great matches. And yet, when you're in the ring with each other, you produce the same match. We just seen the other 7 times you did the match. Except this time, Roman actually win because Roman.
Dog. Literally, the part that bugged me the most is the fact that the match even started off exactly the same. Ding, ding, ding. Corner carry, shoulder, whatever the fuck you call that shit. Shoulder bump.
Exactly.
And as soon as I did that, I was just like, "You're serious." Suplex.
Same. The same match. Like if this was the first time we've seen it, you know, we'd have probably been like, okay, this is fine. But we've seen this same match 7 times before. Same formula, same sequence of moves, same thing of Roman kicking out of F5s, you know. Then you know, the only difference is Brock was looking at the lights this time. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
It's the second time Roman's beating Brock. He beat him at SummerSlam. He beat him now at Mania. But you would think, with the way the characters are, the match would be produced somewhat different. There was no bloodshed. And people say, well, Roman got hurt in the match. It didn't matter. The match was still terrible up until that point. The finish, wherever it would have been, he got hurt on his arm.
Oh yeah, on his arm much.
But it's like, even if he didn't get hurt, the match was still underwhelming, and it was still terrible, because the same match we've seen 7 times before. There was no difference. None. No blood was shed, no different dynamics, because now Roman's the heel and Brock's the babyface.
Yeah.
There was nothing. And then LOL, Roman wins. Great. And I said before, I don't give a fuck about Roman Reigns anymore. There's no one for him to face.
Yeah.
There's no one to give me a compelling story with this man. So as far as I'm concerned, he can stay off TV and hold the title for 200,000 days. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's actually getting boring.
It's already boring because he has no heroes.
Yeah.
It's like the Joker not having a Batman. Terrible. It'd just be boring. It's like, okay, you've taken out everyone else. What now? We gonna play with scraps? We gonna face Shinsuke Nakamura, the same man who couldn't beat Jinder Mahal twice? Great. Yeah, that's gonna be a barn burner of a match, folks. Let's believe in Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke is gonna get very fed and done. 10-minute match, bro. Done.
Oh.
Like, I don't know, man.
I mean, WWE hasn't built nobody up, so nobody cares at this point.
Exactly. And even, I mean, they just have no one. They have no baby faces. Like, there's no one believable. Not even close. They treat everyone like shit. The only people that make sense at this point is a feud with McIntyre, because Drew fucking McIntyre.
Yeah.
The payoff was Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins technically did win the match. And the eventual Cody Rhodes. That's it.
Yeah, but is it
And you can
so is it just gonna be?
I don't know. I don't even know what they're doing with these belts. Maybe they'll just combine them to one belt. Maybe they'll be both belts. I don't know. All I do know is, in my opinion, Roman has 3 people left. One match with, a match with Rollins, a match with Cody, and a match with Drew McIntyre. You might can stretch those matches out through the summer. The Shinsuke shit, get them out. Done. 10 minutes, done. Get them out. Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes. That's it for me. I don't care about seeing Matt Riddle in the ring with Roman. I don't care to see Randy Orton in the ring with Roman. Yawn, bore, snore, they lose, they go home. Done. It's not even fun anymore. It's not. I'm bored. I'm uninterested. I don't care. More so than that, I just don't care.
Yeah.
So, which is even worse than being bored. I just don't give a shit. Like, who cares? Has Roman done the best work of his career? Absolutely. Is he a great heel? 100%. But now that he has no babyface, they built no one up for intrigue. I don't give a shit about his character. His character suffers now because there's no one for him to face.
Yeah.
So I can give 2 shits about the character. It's over. To me, it's over. I don't care anymore what he does. Give a shit.
Pretty much. Unfortunately, the Roman thing. Why he's glad? Vince is probably glad. He's like, I finally got him to the point where everyone loves him. I literally am getting sick and tired of people saying he's the best wrestler out right now. I'm like, no, he's not.
He's done the best character work probably of anyone so far, but that's as far as I would go. And I'm talking about his heel run.
Yeah,
I think his heel run has been the best heel. I mean, we're not including Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is on a whole different fucking level.
Exactly.
But the heel run itself, minus the in-ring. I mean, and Roman's had some great matches as his heel character, so it's not like it's been all bad. But he's done the best character work. The problem is he suffers because there's no one around him. They can't. It's Roman, and then everybody else. It's not like back in the day where you have Roman, or back in the day you had Triple H, Stone Cold, The Rock, and you have many people in the fold.
Yeah.
Now it's just Roman Reigns, It's Roman and friends. It's Roman and everybody else. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, because the only person who can realistically beat him now, based off the promo, is Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
But when do we get to that match?
Don't know.
And if The Rock and Roman doesn't need the title, it doesn't. But I mean, at the end of the day, there's not many options.
Yeah.
There's no. It's terrible. You can't have a top heel and then have no baby faces that's even credible. Drew McIntyre is great, but Drew McIntyre's not credible. Drew McIntyre will be a guy who'll push Roman to the limit. He might get Roman may not beat him clean, but Drew McIntyre will sit there and fall right to Roman Reigns like he did at Survivor Series that one time. Yawn, roar, snore. So, I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. But one day we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yep. But we must end the podcast. There's things I have to do. Is there anything else anybody want to say about anything?
No.
Alright. I'm gonna have to say we did good. You guys have a good one. This is the Wild Thing Podcast signing out. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week or so. Alright. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Alright.
The peanuts, and it'll be over in about a half hour. Otherwise, call an ambulance. Thank you. Yeah, bye.
You took too long. Now your candy's gone. That's what happened. Pagao!